Hello, fellow fleet and mobility players. Today we celebrate an important milestone. 5 years of Fleet International Enterprises in Latin America. Headquartered in Germany and operating globally, Fleet International has become a trusted partner in fleet and mobility management throughout the region. From acquisition and financing to contract management and billing control, their independent approach helps companies optimize every stage of their fleet lifecycle. Today, I'm joined by two regional leaders from the company. Mario Rodriguez, Key Account Manager for Automotive Fleets in Latin America, joining us from Mexico City, and Guillermo Palacios, Project Manager for Latin America, joining us from Brazil. We're going to explore how FITS International is transforming fleet strategies, why independence is essential, and how their multinational model is setting a new standard. Hello, Mario, in Mexico. How are you?
Hi, Daniel. I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Okay. And hello, Guillermo. Is everything good in Brazil?
Everything's good, Daniel. Hi, how are you? Good morning.
Let's start with Mario. Mario, over these 5 years, how has Fleet International adapted its services to meet the specific needs of fleet operators and mobility managers in Mexico?
Daniel, I think the main thing is that Fleet International has had to evolve in a significant way to respond to the specific needs, both in Mexico and throughout Latin America. On one hand, we understood that we need flexible solutions. We can't keep operating the same way we did years ago. We expanded our leasing models and fleet management services. With some clients, we managed to optimize operational costs and reduce risks. And in that way, we were able to plan something long-term with greater certainty for some options. Another crucial part is that we have worked very, very closely with our clients to adapt our services to the current demands of the energy transition. We have already incorporated solutions for hybrid and electric fleets, and we also advise and guide our clients on charging infrastructure and implementation models that fit each specific fleet. And finally, something very important is that we have strengthened our consultative approach. We don't just provide fleet management vehicles. We provide dedicated support to our clients and operators, assisting them in making thoughtful and strategic decisions, ranging from carefully choosing the right vehicle to designing a comprehensive program and establishing their fleet policy so they can effectively optimize both their costs and daily operations.
Very good, very good. For you, Guillermo, many multinationals are based in Brazil, a complex and dynamic fleet market. How does FITS International's multinational model help Brazilian clients manage cross-border operations more effectively?
Well, Daniel, when we talk about managing a fleet in Brazil and also coordinating operations in other countries, we're not just talking about logistics, we're talking about understanding contexts, cultures, and people. Brazil is an incredibly dynamic market, but it's also very complex. So the rules change, suppliers are diverse, the distances are huge, and that can make even the most organized multinationals face challenges in maintaining consistency in their regional operations. That's where we at FLITS International Enterprises come in. We believe the key is to combine local knowledge with a global vision. That's why we have multinational structures with teams that deeply understand the reality of each country, its culture, and its way of working. So that cultural closeness allows us to connect better with users, suppliers, and clients, and at the same time, thanks to technology, we centralize all the fleet information. We turn this into data, into strategic insights that can help or do help our companies make faster and smarter decisions. And all of this is also accompanied by our independence. So instead of reacting to problems, our clients can anticipate them. They can have a consolidated view of their entire operation, standardized processes, and a common strategy for all countries. That creates something very valuable, clarity. I mean, when there's clarity, Decisions become simpler, teams work with more confidence, and the results come more easily. Results come more consistently. In short, our multinational model helps companies operating in Brazil and throughout the region manage their fleets with coherence, agility, and purpose.
Yes, and for you, Mario, what are the main advantages for Mexican companies of working with an independent provider like Fitz International compared to operating with traditional leasing solutions or manufacturers?
I think it comes down to three main advantages. One is neutrality, flexibility, and the consultative approach we have with our clients. Unlike working with a specific leasing company or a manufacturer, our model isn't tied to any of them. This allows us to design strategies that are completely tailored to each client, starting from the selection of vehicles. Since we don't depend on any particular brand, we recommend the vehicles, technologies, and services that can optimize the client's total cost of ownership and operation. Also, in day-to-day operations, we offer greater transparency. Sometimes we have clients whose fleets we support from the specification and acquisition of vehicles. We handle the day-to-day operations, maintenance, accidents, fines, all the way through to remarketing. How? For what purpose? To optimize their costs, right? Never having a duplicate vehicle and always making sure their cars are in good condition. And finally, I could say that these are solutions tailored to the business. Not all clients have the same day-to-day operations. We focus on each client's specific needs to ensure that they get the most out of their fleets.
Yes, it's important. Transparency and also flexibility, not just in Mexico, but also in Brazil and in the other countries where Flix International operates in Latin America as well. And for Guillermo, what role do technology and data play in reducing costs and improving fleet performance for Brazilian companies through Fleets International services?
Daniel, we firmly believe that technology and data are not just tools, but the foundation for transforming how companies manage their fleets. And in a market like Brazil, which is complex and constantly changing, and where costs are increasingly challenging, the difference between an efficient and a costly operation often lies in the ability to see what other companies don't. And that's where technology comes in. So, thanks to our platforms, we're able to consolidate information from different sources in one place. And this gives us a complete view of the entire operation. That's how we turn scattered data into powerful insights. With that information, we can also act proactively, anticipating deviations, identifying usage patterns, optimizing fuel consumption, and even improving vehicle assignments based on each user's profile. But it's not just about reacting to problems, it's about building a culture of data-driven decision-making. For example, our business intelligence solution allows us to identify savings opportunities, from maintenance to vehicle rotation, and our e-auction tool guarantees transparency and efficiency in procurement processes. This ensures that every purchase is made with the best available offer, always with pre-selected suppliers who meet the technical and quality standards required by each of our clients. In the end, all of this translates into sustained cost reduction and improved fleet performance. But beyond the numbers, the most important thing is the clarity our clients gain. Because when you have access to reliable real-time data, you can make faster, safer, and more strategic decisions. So, technology and BI are the data bridge that connects daily operations with long-term vision. That's our purpose: to help companies manage their fleets intelligently, efficiently, and with an eye on the future.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot about technology, and there are so many new things happening. I have just one more question for both of you, Mario and Guillermo. We're already in November and the year is about to end. What advice should our listeners keep in mind during the holidays as they prepare for 2026? Mario, you first.
I would say, take some time to sit down and review your fleet's operational data from the entire year, so that when it's time to make decisions for 2026, they're well guided by the data from 2025 and not just based on assumptions. This is with the clear goal of improving fleet costs and efficiency.
Yes, and Guillermo?
Well, speaking of the holidays, while we're getting ready, I would recommend encouraging safety and raising users' awareness about it. So, communicate the basic precautions for driving so users can arrive safely in 2026. Send out messages with safe driving tips and vehicle care advice.
Yes, safety is very important too. All right, Mario and Guillermo, I'm going to wrap up here, okay? And I really appreciate your insights. And for our FMT insiders, as we've heard today, Please International Enterprises doesn't just manage vehicles, it also drives companies to rethink mobility in Latin America with customized strategies, cutting-edge technology, and a truly independent approach. Please International is helping clients in Mexico, Brazil, and many more places achieve greater efficiency, transparency, and control. Thank you all very much. And once again, thank you so much, Mario and Guillermo.
Thank you very much, Daniel.
Until next time.
Fleet Mobility Today.